Hi, it's Carol from bookreporter.com, and I'm here to share what you're going to see on the site on Friday, March 6th. Keep something in mind, folks. This is the weekend where we lose an hour. Yes, we're going to lose an hour because daylight savings time kicks in on Sunday, so you just have to read faster. So here's what we're going to be reading, and here's what we're going to be sharing with you this week. First, we have You Are Not Alone, which is by Greer, Hendricks and Sarah Pekkanen. Now, you know them from their two bestsellers. A couple of years ago, it was The Wife Between Us. Last year, it was Anonymous Girl. What is You Are Not Alone about? Notice this is my color, so I'm going to flip it open and just do a little bit of reading inside of what this book is about. She wants to find love, and it eludes her. She wants to be fulfilled, but her job is a dead end. She wants to belong, but her life is becoming increasingly isolated. You probably know someone like Shay Miller. You probably don't know anyone like the Moore sisters. They have unbreakable circle of friends. They live a life of glamour and perfection. They always get what they desire. Shay thinks she wants their life, but really what they want is hers. So in these days of everyone wants everybody's life on social media, you can just imagine what's going to happen in this book. Next up, we have our new release spotlight for this week is going to be on the Jetsetters by Eyre Ward. This was announced as the Reese Witherspoon selection for March, and it is just a jet-setting kind of a book. I had the pleasure of interviewing Amanda, and our interview, both video and podcast, will be going up this week. Jetsetters takes place on a cruise ship, and there's a family that's going to be cruising between Greece and Italy, and they're on this fabulous cruise. And the thing is, they all haven't been together in a really long time. You know what it's like when family gets together and they haven't been together for a really long time? Well, there are a lot of hidden secrets, and there's a lot going on behind the scenes, and a lot is going to be exposed as they jet set around together. Really terrific cover, just the kind of book that you want to be thinking about getting on a cruise ship after the cold of winter and getting away, so you can get away with this family. And also, the Jetsetters is going to be a Bets On selection. You can read my Bets On copy next week. Writers and Lovers by Lily King. Well, this week it was announced that Writers and Lovers is the new Read with Jenna selection, the Today Show Book Club pick. And it's also, Elizabeth Egan has got a column about it. Her book club column is centered around Writers and Lovers this week as well. So what is this book about? It's a young woman, she's in her early 30s, and she's going through life and she's trying to write a book. And at the same time, she's working in a restaurant and she's trying to find herself. Her mother's passed away recently, and she's sort of, where am I going? What am I doing? What am I writing? Am I going to be successful? She's completely betwixt and between herself. At the same time, she's also looking for love. And there are two men that she meets along the way. And what happens with both of these relationships as time goes on? Who's going to end up being the lover, and is she going to become the writer? It's a really, really fast-paced, fun story. I completely enjoyed it because it's fun because it's brisk, and I really like brisk writing, which is what Lily absolutely is doing here. What it also is a very, very thought-provoking, because as you're sitting and you're trying to figure out who you're going to be in life and what you're going to be, it's a look at how that person is actually feeling when you're showing one thing on the outside, but there's a lot of turmoil going on the inside as well. I'm really looking forward to sharing this book with you. It'll be my Bets On selection next week as well, and I'm looking forward to interviewing her when I'm out in Tucson at the Tucson Book Festival. 8 Perfect Murders by Peter Swanson. This book has such a great premise. It's a thriller. The story of a bookseller who finds himself in the center of an FBI investigation because a very clever killer has started using his list of fiction's most ingenious murders. Yes, what they're doing is they're paralleling what's happening in their own murders off of these murder stories that he has found from very, very famous writers that he's talking about as well. So we've got 8 Perfect Murders here. Anybody who's a thriller lover, this one's for you, because I bet you're going to want to try and figure out who the 8 well-known murderers are that this author is talking about. Next, from C.J. Box, we've got Long Range, which is the latest in his Joe Pickett series. Many of you have been enjoying C.J. Box through the years. Every time I see him at a conference, he's wearing his black cowboy hat. It's how the one author I can always spot in the room and know exactly where he's sitting. So C.J. Box's latest. Also, we'll have our Bets On commentary for Lady Clementine. Lady Clementine, not Clementine, as I learned in our interview that we did last week by Marie Benedict. So we'll have this for you as well. It's a great background on Sir Churchill's wife and what she meant to him, and as a result, what she meant to a lot of people in England at the same time. So super well done. Looking forward to sharing this with you. We'll have my bets on next week, and we'll also have our interview with Marie, both the video and podcast, next week as well. Now, Friday kicks off one of fun promotions that we work on throughout the year, one of the seasonal ones. It's our spring reading promotion, a spring preview. And we all know that spring is right around the corner. They were saying the other day that really the worst weather can be behind us. Of course, they don't remember the April snowstorms we've had in the past, but I'm going with the weather is going to be terrific. So spring preview kicks off on Friday. We'll be announcing the titles that we're going to be giving away. We'll do a special preview newsletter going out on Monday. And then the first contest kicks off on Tuesday next week. So I'm going to give you a sneak preview of the 3 books that we're giving away next week. So you'll have them all in mind. First, we've got 8 Perfect Murders. Remember, you don't know what days these books are going to be given away. You're going to have to look. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday next week, we're going to have giveaway. These are the 3 titles, but you don't know which day. You either have to sign up for the newsletter or check the site every day. 8 Perfect Murders. I've just told you about this one. Peter Swanson's one of the titles. Lost Roses by Martha Hall Kelly, which is now out in paperback. One of the titles, great title for book clubs as well. And Therese and Fowler's A Good Neighborhood. This is a very, very, very much talked about book. I think you'll be even hearing more about it as it comes out next week. What we have here is a mother is raising her biracial son, single mom raising her biracial son in a neighborhood. And they've been there for a long time and they're established in the neighborhood. And a new family moves in and they raise the house next door. And they're doing all these kinds of modern things. They're really just changing the whole complexion of the neighborhood by what's going on. A very good neighborhood. And between these 2 houses, there's an oak tree. And there begins to be some controversy over the oak tree. And at the same time, as you know is going to happen, there are 2 teenagers in these 2 families, and they're falling in love with each other. So we've got angst of what's going on between them because their parents are not happy about this. We've got a lot of drama about what's going to happen with this tree. And we've got a lot of drama about what's happening in what's been known as a good neighborhood. Takes a huge new direction for Therese. Her last couple of books have been historical fiction. Absolutely love this. This will be a Bets On selection as well. So got a lot going on this week. Also, I'm rather dressed up as I shoot this video. For a reason, I'm going to the Audie Awards, which is the annual audiobook awards. This is the 25th year of they're being celebrated. So I'm going to that tonight. And what I'll do is I'll have a lot of commentary about what that's like on Friday's newsletter as well. So that's your bonus news. Looking forward to seeing you on Friday. And remember, you're going to have to step it up and read quickly. 1 hour short this weekend coming up. Thanks, everyone.